LaunchMemphis kickoff party, Tech Fuel, and you were telling me about an interesting business plan that you want to submit to LaunchMemphis.
Oh, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. We got a company called Unique Investment LLC, which is a limited liability company / Sponsormatic, which deals with real estate and medical device, particular CPR type method and technology we're trying to put on the market.
So you told me you've gone through quite a bit of preliminary information, you've done your research, you're working with some national, what is it, the American Heart Association?
We basically touch base with some people at the American Heart Association, getting some feedback on what they're basically looking for as the most effective way in performing CPR. And what we've done so far is we came up with a method and a device where one person can do both the mouth-to-mouth and the manual chest compressions at the same time, keep the head tilted while you're doing everything in one position so you don't get fatigued or tired while you're doing the actual CPR.
And what you were saying to me is that there's a lot of checks in that process, that you know if you're pressing hard enough, you know if you're not filling the lung with too much air. So you've worked all this stuff out and you've got a good solid business plan already.
Right, we got the indicators that indicate that you're positioning the device correctly on the sternum. The heel of the hand is correctly positioned over the Sponsormatic device. We have indicators to make sure that you're doing the right depth chest compressions when you're actually doing the chest compressions. Also, we have an airway system built in where it's we call it a pillow support, a neck back pillow support device, which keeps the head tilted, which keeps the airway open. So when you're doing the ventilation, you don't have to worry about retilting the head and all that. So you can actually do the CPR from one position. You can do the ventilation and the chest compressions from one position at the same time. The device keeps the head tilted and the airway open.
Okay.
The indicators let you know that you're doing the correct depth chest compressions while you're using the device as well.
Okay.
So the beautiful thing about it is it eliminates the fear. And even though the American Heart Association just came out recently where they're kind of allowing for chest compressions only, that's beautiful because their research saying there's still some air that's in the lungs, so it's best to do something instead of anything. So if you're fearful, if you do chest compression, they're saying that's good, but that's one, I guess, point of view. But after so long, you got to get air in the person. So ours does both the air ventilation and you can manually do the chest compressions, which basically solve a problem that I think they've been having for years as far as correct and effective CPR.
Okay, well we're looking forward to hearing all the information and the whole story during the LaunchMemphis weekend.